Deep within the Amazon rainforest, where sunlight barely touches the ground and ancient trees stand like guardians of forgotten worlds, there are stories. Stories whispered by tribes, denied by scientists, and dismissed by outsiders. Stories of a creature so strange, so elusive, and so unexplainable that even the bravest explorers refuse to speak its name. Because it has no name, no classification, no confirmed record of existence. Only encounters. Only fear. Only silence. Tonight, we take you into the heart of that legend. Into the darkness. Into the story of the nameless creature. Part 1. The Rumors. The Amazon rainforest is home to millions of species. Many discovered, many unknown. But among the indigenous groups who live deep in the jungle, the Matsas, the Tikuna, the Yanomami, there is one creature often mentioned in hushed voices. They describe something that walks like a human, moves like a shadow, and hunts like a predator, but isn't any of those things. Some call it the moving silence. Some call it the one without eyes. Others simply refuse to describe it at all. There are rumors of a creature that emerges only when the forest is completely still. No birds singing. No insects buzzing. No wind. Only a heavy silence that makes the heart beat louder than footsteps. And then, it appears. Not from the bushes. Not from the trees. But as if it forms out of the darkness itself. Part 2. The First Expedition. In 1987, a team of 4 biologists from Brazil entered an unexplored part of the Amazon. Their goal was to document new species of primates. For the first 3 days, everything was normal. Routine observations, river crossings, the usual difficulties. But on the 4th night, something changed. At exactly midnight, the jungle fell silent. No night birds. No frogs. No insects. Not even the sound of leaves moving. One of the biologists, Dr. Emilio Vargas, wrote in his journal, "The forest feels like it is holding its breath. The air is heavy. We are being watched, but not by any animal I know." Minutes later, they heard footsteps, slow, deliberate, heavy. But when they shone their flashlights, nothing was there. The footsteps circled their camp. Closer. And closer. Until they felt something massive standing just outside the glow of their fire. Dr. Vargas described the silhouette as tall, much taller than a human, yet unnaturally thin, as if its body were stretched. He said its head wasn't round like a human or square like most animals, but elongated, tapering backward like a crescent moon. And worst of all, it had no visible eyes. No glimmer. No reflection. Just a smooth, dark surface. Just a smooth, dark surface. In the morning, the creature was gone. But around their camp were footprints, large, deep, with a shape that didn't match any known species. The team turned back. Their mission was abandoned. 2 members refused to speak of the encounter for the rest of their lives. Part 3. The Tribal Account. The Matsas people tell a story of a creature older than the forest itself. A creature that feeds not on flesh, but on fear, absorbing the energy of animals and humans who enter its territory. They say it doesn't kill. It drains. Hunters who encounter it return weak, confused, trembling. Some claim they lose memories of entire days. Others say they cannot sleep for weeks, haunted by the sensation of eyes staring at them, even though the creature has none. One Matsa's elder shared a chilling description. It sees without seeing. It hears without ears. It walks without sound. It knows you before you know yourself. The tribe believes the creature dwells near a hidden swamp where the trees grow unnaturally twisted, as if bent by something heavy passing through them. Part 4. Modern Sightings. In 2016, a group of wildlife photographers reported seeing something strange during a drone survey. Their drone captured footage of a figure moving through thick vegetation. The figure was tall, thin, and its limbs moved in a way that didn't match human structure. Too flexible. Too smooth. Almost boneless. When they zoomed in, the figure turned its head sharply toward the drone, even though there were no visible eyes. Seconds later, the drone malfunctioned and lost connection. It crashed. The footage was corrupted. Only a few frames survived. Experts tried to explain it as pareidolia, a trick of the light, or a distorted shadow. But the shape didn't match any animal known in the region. Part 5. The researcher who disappeared. In 2019, a young biologist named Clara Mendez began investigating what she called an unclassified Amazonian predator. She interviewed tribes, analyzed old expedition notes, and studied unexplained footprints across multiple regions. Clara believed the creature might be an undiscovered species of primate, but with evolutionary traits unlike anything seen before. During her final expedition, Clara recorded a chilling audio message. "If anything happens to me, tell the world this creature isn't aggressive by nature. But something is forcing it out of hiding. Something bigger than us." 2 days later, Clara disappeared. Her team found her backpack, her camera, her research journal. But not her. The only clue was the forest around her campsite. Silent. Dead silent. The same silence described by every witness before her. Part 6. Theories. Researchers have offered several theories. A lost hominid species. Some believe the creature could be a surviving branch of ancient humans, evolved differently, adapted to darkness, and biologically unique. A forest spirit or mythological guardian. Indigenous people believe the creature is not an animal, but an entity that protects certain areas of the jungle from outsiders. A biological anomaly. An unknown species adapted to deep forest environments, with sensory organs humans cannot see. A hallucination triggered by jungle conditions. Heat, humidity, and isolation may cause explorers to imagine shapes in the darkness. But none of these explanations fit all the encounters. Something is missing. Something we don't yet understand. Part 7. The Final Encounter. In 2023, satellite imagery captured something astounding. Large disturbances in the canopy, as if something massive had moved beneath the trees. Around the same time, multiple tribes evacuated certain territories. Not because of humans. Not because of animals, but because it awakened. One witness, a young hunter, gave a final chilling account. "It walked past me. It was taller than the trees around us. And when it looked at me, I forgot my own name." Ending. The unsolved mystery. To this day, there is no verified record of the nameless creature. No bones. No DNA. No clear footage. Only stories. Only fear. Only shadows. But deep within the Amazon rainforest, when the wind stops and the world falls silent, locals say the creature still walks. Not hunting. Not searching. Just watching. Waiting. And somewhere in that endless darkness, something without a name still breathes. In our previous episode, we explored the unsettling legends and chilling encounters surrounding the nameless creature of the Amazon rainforest, a being with no eyes, no known origin, and no place within modern science. But tonight, the mystery deepens. Part 2 takes us deeper than any expedition has dared to go. Deeper into the forest. Deeper into the silence. Deeper into the truth the world is not prepared to accept. Because the creature is not alone, and the silence is spreading. Part 1. Return to the Forgotten Region. Part 1. Return to the Forgotten Region. After the disappearance of biologist Clara Mendez, several academic institutions quietly shut down all research connected to her final expedition. But one of her colleagues, Dr. Lucas Ribeiro, refused to stop. Lucas had known Clara since their university days. He believed she had discovered something groundbreaking, something the scientific world wasn't ready to face. Using Clara's final notes, Lucas returned to the same region of the Amazon, accompanied only by 2 guides who had worked with Clara before. Their journey began at sunrise, but the first sign of danger appeared before noon. 4 hours, the jungle sounded normal. Birdsong, insect buzz, leaves shaking with the wind. But exactly at midday, everything stopped. One of the guides whispered, "O silencio está voltando." The silence is returning. From that point on, every step felt heavier, every sound unnaturally muted. Even their own breathing seemed swallowed by the air. And then they found it. A tree twisted so violently that its trunk spiraled like wet cloth being wrung out by massive hands. Lucas took photos. But when he checked them moments later, all that appeared was static. Distorted colors. Black streaks. The forest was rejecting documentation. Just as Clara had described. Part 2. Clara's Hidden Journal. Lucas had acquired Clara's incomplete notebook from her family. But inside the back cover, he found something unexpected. A thin sheet of paper taped beneath the fabric lining. It contained a map, hand-drawn, shaky, clearly made in a hurry. Marked with 3 symbols. A circle. A triangle. A long vertical slash. Next to them, Clara had written, "It doesn't live alone. There are 3 signs before it appears. Silence is only the beginning." Lucas couldn't understand the symbols yet, but he kept walking. Later that night, as they made camp, he opened the notebook again. A page he hadn't noticed before revealed Clara's final observation. "The creature is not hunting us. It is observing us, as if studying something familiar. Almost human, but not human." The last line chilled Lucas to the bone. "If it touches you, you forget yourself." Part 3. The Shadows That Follow. During their second night, fog rolled in unnaturally fast. The guides urged Lucas to stay awake, warning him of something they had only whispered about. Osk Kamina Matros. Those who walk behind. According to tribal stories, the nameless creature is not a solitary being. It is only the first. Only the scout. The true danger comes from the ones who follow it, shadow-like figures that appear only in peripheral vision. Too fast to observe. Too silent to track. One guide described them. They walk behind you. Always behind. They never approach unless you acknowledge them. Lucas felt watched. Not from one direction, but from multiple. Every few minutes, something shifted in the fog. A faint silhouette. A dark form gliding between trees. Never approaching. Never attacking. Just watching. Studying. Mirroring. Later, Lucas wrote in his log, "I no longer know if the creature protects the forest, or if the forest protects the creature." Part 4. The Lost Tribe's Warning. On the 5th day, Lucas and the guides encountered an isolated tribal group known only as the Children of the Canopy. They were unlike any tribe Lucas had seen, their skin painted entirely in ash gray, their voices soft, their movements slow, as if conserving energy. The tribe's elder approached Lucas without fear. He touched Lucas's chest over his heart and said, "Você true o silencio com você. You brought the silence with you." Lucas tried to explain he came in peace. But the elder interrupted him. "The forest knows your intention. But the one you seek knows you." Lucas asked if they knew about Clara. The elder's face darkened. She heard its real voice. That is why she vanished. He then drew the same 3 symbols Lucas had seen in Clara's hidden map. The circle, the triangle, the slash. And he explained. The circle equals the crossing, a place where the forest becomes too quiet. The triangle equals the warning, a cluster of twisted trees, shaped like a natural pyramid. The slash equals the presence, a mark carved by the creature itself, always vertical, always on the tree closest to where it has passed. Finally, the elder whispered, "When the 3 signs align, the creature is not just watching. It is choosing." Lucas didn't understand what choosing meant. He would soon find out. Part 5. The True Territory. Guided by the tribe, Lucas arrived at a part of the forest no map recognized, a region the natives called O Caminho do Silencio, the Path of Silence. The moment they entered, the jungle changed. The air felt heavier. The trees leaned inward unnaturally, and the ground pulsed, not literally moving, but resonating with a faint vibration, like something living beneath the soil. Lucas noticed something disturbing. There were no animal tracks, no nests, no burrows, no signs of life at all. The jungle wasn't empty. It had been emptied. As they ventured deeper, they saw enormous claw marks carved into the trunks, too high for any known animal, and spaced too wide to belong to a single creature. One of the guides murmured, "Hames de There is more than one." Part 6. The First Direct Sighting. As night approached, the silence grew suffocating. Lucas felt his heartbeat echoing in his ears. Even his footsteps produced no sound. Then, it appeared. Not with a roar. Not with glowing eyes. Not with aggression. It simply formed, as if condensing from the darkness itself. Tall, thin, elongated limbs. No visible eyes. Skin dark like wet bark. A head shaped like a curved blade. It tilted its head, studying Lucas. Not approaching. Just observing. Lucas felt frozen, not by fear, but by a strange numbness spreading through his body, pulling at his memories. His name. His purpose. His past. Fading. The creature extended one arm. Not threateningly, almost gently. And behind Lucas, something else stepped closer. Another silhouette. Then another. 3, 5, 7. They surrounded him silently. Not attacking. Not hunting. Just choosing. Part 7. The Memory Eater. Suddenly, the elder from the lost tribe appeared, chanting in a language Lucas had never heard. The creatures didn't retreat. But they stopped moving. The elder placed a protective charm onto Lucas's forehead and whispered, "It does not eat flesh. It takes the mind." The elder explained that the nameless creature seeks memories, particularly memories of those who explore too deeply into its domain. Human thoughts attract it. Curiosity, ambition, fear. All of these shine to the creature like light in the dark. Clara, he said, had been chosen because her mind was too bright. Lucas felt his own memories stabilizing, no longer fading. But the elder warned, "If you continue, it will claim you." The forest does not lose its chosen. The creatures slowly disappeared into the shadows, melting away like smoke. Part 8. The final realization. Back at the tribe's settlement, the elder offered Lucas a choice. Leave now and forget the path, or continue and learn the truth Clara discovered. But there was a price. The deeper he went, the more the creature would remember him, and the less he would remember himself. Lucas made his decision. He asked to continue. The elder sighed. Then your name belongs to the forest now. Ending. The forest opens. The next morning, Lucas followed the elder into a region of the jungle untouched by science. A place where sunlight could not enter. Where the air felt ancient. Where time seemed suspended. There, he saw something Clara had written about but never described. A vast clearing where the ground was carved with long, deep grooves, as if enormous shapes had dragged themselves across the earth. The elder pointed forward. This is where it sleeps. Lucas stared into the abyss of trees, realizing something terrifying. The nameless creature was not one being. Not a species. Not an animal. It was a guardian. A collector. A memory of the forest itself, given form. And the forest was waking up.